Israelis and Palestinians have been locked in conflict for more than 50 years. Too many people have died. Too many lives have been shattered. Can the future be different from the past? Is peace possible? Can two peoples who have fought each other for so long live next to each other without violence? This film explores how the core issues might be resolved. Jerusalem, security, Palestinian refugees, settlements and borders. The shape of the future. This is Calandia, an Israeli checkpoint located within the city limits of Jerusalem. Thousands of Palestinians who are Jerusalem residents must pass through Calandia every day to go to work, to reach school, and to receive medical care. To Palestinian Jerusalemites, like the Abu Rumeli family, getting past the Israeli soldiers at Calandia can literally make the difference between life and death.
Sometimes the soldiers behave in a very rude and inhumane way. So I took the risk and called Israeli headquarters at Bethel. I told them that I was on my way to the checkpoint because I had a medical emergency and I needed to get my son to the hospital.
As for Mohammed's health condition, it is not good at all because his kidney is misplaced downwards. That night he was suffering from a severe case of vomiting and diarrhea. First, I tried to treat him with home remedies like herbs and pain medication. However, when the situation worsened to the point where he could not hold anything in for more than a minute, I tried to let him rest. Then it became an emergency.
When I arrived at the checkpoint, I saw many people waiting, some of them sleeping. Fortunately, there were people around. I went to the soldier and explained my situation. He tried to detain me by making smart comments. Then they searched my car very thoroughly. So they delayed me, but I had to get through.
This time, Mohammed reached the hospital. However, his kidney condition is chronic. The delay they suffered that night is likely to happen again as long as the checkpoints exist. And there are hundreds of Israeli checkpoints and roadblocks inside Jerusalem and around the West Bank and Gaza.
A young soldier decides the fate of people day by day, whether to let them pass in or out, or to go to work. The checkpoint in the eye of the Palestinian is not a checkpoint. It's the gate of the prison we are in.
Most Israelis take a very different view of checkpoints. They see them as necessary to prevent terrorism.
From what I know, the checkpoints inside and outside the city are mainly for the purpose of conducting security checks.
Uri Mehdi is an Israeli. He lives in West Jerusalem with his wife Ricky and their children. Uri's family originally came from Iraqi Kurdistan.
My parents immigrated to this country out of their yearning for Zion. They always prayed for Zion and Jerusalem. They did not escape from Iraq. They fulfilled every Jew's dream to ascend to Zion because that was their aspiration.
Uri works in the center of Jerusalem, where many bombings have taken place.
Since the increase of attacks in the city, there are checkpoints almost everywhere. I see them in the market and in the city center. And I know that there are many on the roads around Jerusalem.
Uri believes that Israelis owe a debt to the soldiers and police who provide security.
Yes, this city that is like a military operation, it has to be protected from every direction. It's true that when you stand at a checkpoint for many years and you carry a weapon, hearing every day about another explosion, some of your senses get dull. It's certainly not typical of everybody.
While Palestinians complain bitterly about the oppression they experience from occupation and checkpoints, Israelis focus on the horrible pain they feel as a result of suicide bombings.
We hear the ambulances in the street, we immediately get very tense. We want to know where it happened. We immediately inventory all our friends, the whole family, everybody we know. We receive many phone calls. They want to know where Uri is. They know that he's always in the city centre or near the market. Is everybody okay? Everybody calls everybody. It has turned into a kind of a habit.
Yet, Ricky and Uri, like most Israelis, are coping.
When I ride the bus, I don't think that the bus is about to explode. No, but I look around me to see that there is nothing suspicious. Buses do explode, but that does not prevent us from taking the bus. Life's routine continues the same. Whether there is an attack or not, we live here. We don't lock ourselves in the house. My children will live here. They will not go somewhere else to live. This is our home.
Every attack is very hard, and sometimes it seems that if the municipality comes with its water hoses, it will succeed in washing off everything, as if nothing happened. But you can't wash away the pain.
Whoever was born in Israel, whoever served in the army or its security forces, knows that this state, since 1948 and before, has suffered from ongoing war, bloodshed, and terrorist attacks.
Yaakov Perry was director of Israel's internal security agency, the Shin Bet. Zuhair Manazra was also head of an intelligence agency, Palestinian Preventive Security on the West Bank.
The basic problem in this struggle is, from the beginning, the two sides tried to destroy the other. There's no trust. There is the continuing bloody struggle that prevents logical debate.
Nobody wants it, but we Israelis understand that this is how we have to live. In order for us to achieve true personal security, the first condition is that the Palestinian Authority today, or the Palestinian state tomorrow, will have to fight terror.
Well, personally, I would not arrest a Palestinian to protect the Israeli occupation.